All right, first things first. Can we just celebrate the pre-revenue people in the room? Yay! Right? So good to have you here. I love the stage of business, that stage between pre-revenue to 100K, that path that you're taking between the two. I get it that the growth stage and big numbers tend to get all the hype, but the setup for your success happens here, right? What you do in the beginning and how you approach that plays a fundamental role in the success of your business. So welcome back to the Impact in Action Live show, where we talk about mindset shifts and tactical approaches for you to put your impact in action. I'm Marianne Lombardi. I'm the founder and CEO of Marianne Lombardi Coaching. I'm also an author, and I work with women and non-binary entrepreneurs, helping them ditch that work-life balance lie so that they can build a profitable business that's in alignment with a life that they choose to live, building wealth and independence in that process. So too often entrepreneurs will rush into their business by, hanging out that digital shingle and posting content and hoping that the sales will start rolling in. But hope, although wicked awesome, is not a recipe for building a sustainable business with strong sales, right? So today we're going to break down the 3 things you must do for your business for it to quickly move from this pre-revenue to that 100K mark. So we're going to jump right in with number 1. You have to give a shit about your business foundations. So, okay, I get it. I've talked about business foundations before, and I maybe talk about them a lot, and maybe people think it's snore, but I don't, because let me tell you, without doing the work up front, you are going to be shit out of luck moving forward with your business. So your business foundations are focused on the long game, right? They are focused on your success. Success is about the long game. Wins are about the short term. So if you want to have a successful business, then you have to care about the foundations. If you just want wins, short hits of progress, well, then go do that. But that's not going to give you a long-term, sustainable, and successful business, because your business is broken down into, 3 broad categories. There's your foundations, your strategy, and your action or your tactics, right? And your foundations form that base. They form the stable base for your strategy to exist upon, right? And then they provide the values and the vision. They define the who, what, why of your business. And your strategy is the thing that guides how you are going to achieve that vision. And then your actions are the specific tactics or actions you're going to take to implement that strategy and achieve that vision. So the foundations of your business help to guide that strategy and make sure it doesn't, fly off the rails and crash and burn and do all the shit you don't want it to do. So there are consequences for not having a strong foundation. Without it, the development of your business is going to take longer, and it's going to cost you more time and money. And ultimately, it is hard to sustain a business that isn't supported by that values, vision, and strong understanding of the who it serves, how it serves them, and why it matters to serve them in the first place. So I get it. Actions and tactics are fun. They can be the sexy and exciting and appealing stuff. And everybody wants to talk about them because they're like the party that everyone's at, right? And they also come with these immediate rewards. They could be likes and shares and engagement. And those things are great. But those rewards don't necessarily mean you're going to make a sale, right? And sales are the primary driver of whether your business stays in business or not. So there's a lot of advice online about tactics. And this advice can be useful if it's applied to a strategy that is supported by your business foundations. If not, they're a distraction from the work of building your business. So if you want to move from pre-revenue to 100K quickly and have a successful business, then you need to give a shit about your business foundations. So that's number 1. Number 2, you have to do your profit-producing activities first before you do anything else, right? And I've talked about this before, but it bears repeating. Profit-producing activities are what you think they are, right? They are activities that actively work to produce you revenue profit. And these profit-producing activities get you in front of new audiences. They get you on the phone with new prospective clients. And we have to make sure that we're not confusing those profit-producing activities with activities that do not produce profit, right? Because sometimes we get those things confused. So we're going to break them down real quick for you. profit producing activities. These are active lead generation conversations in the DMs with potential leads, okay? They're discovery calls with potential clients, right? Getting them on the phone to talk to people who could be potential clients. They're visibility opportunities in other people's networks, right? In their other people's communities. Visibility means you are being visible to new audiences. It's not about being visible to the audiences you already have, new audiences. Those could be speaking engagements, right? They could be live shares with other communities. They could be teaching in other people's groups, something like that. Product or service launch events. So the launch event that you're doing to promote, to teach, to do workshops, all that kind of stuff. Those events are profit producing. Now, not profit producing activities, right? So activities that are not producing a profit, creating and posting content. Important, but it's not a profit producing activity. Going live on your social media, again, important, but not profit producing. Launching your own podcast, Creating a digital product, an ebook, a mini course, no. Updating your SEO on your site, yeah, of course, useful, not profit producing, right? So these activities, they're absolutely good for you, right? You need to do them, but they don't produce you a profit. So you're going to need to do them in addition to the profit producing activities, not instead of. So, and sometimes we can get bogged down in the activities that are not profit producing because they're easier, okay? Or they may be more immediate, or maybe they're more fun. I mean, I love creating content. I could create content all day. I could create content all day. Is it profit producing? No. So do I have to kind of encourage myself to do the profit producing activities first? Yes, because I want to write. That's what I want to do. I want to write and I want to work with clients. That's it. But I have to do the lead generation. I have to do the visibility. I have to do those other things because those are the profit producing activities. So number 2, what? Do profit producing activities first. And number 3, you have to ditch the judgment, right? Judgment is the quickest way to slow your progress. And it is a business killer. Judgment is a business killer. So you need to be able to take action on what you're doing with the understanding that you are trying some stuff out, right? You're getting to know your audience. You are working through the business building with a bit of trial and error. And no matter what market research you do, and you should do a lot of research, right? Like talking to your client, listening to them, watching their buying behaviors, all that kind of stuff. But you can't truly know what your audience is going to buy from you until you actually present it to them. So you're just also not going to know how they want to hear about you until you try out your messaging. So this trial and error process is inevitable. So it's not about succeeding and failing. It's about testing and retesting. So I would love for us to lower the intensity and recognize that the early stage of your business is about validating that digital offer. And that only happens by you putting it out there and letting people see it, right? And doing it and adjusting. And if you spend your time, every time something doesn't work out the way you want it to, if you just judge yourself, you're only going to make it harder. And if you keep labeling everything that you do as either a success or a failure, you're going to get into this cycle of resentment and anger and fear, right? But normalizing this as a testing and retesting process, as opposed to a succeeding and a fail process, and if you don't judge it, just respond and adjust, you'll not only find the product and messaging that works faster, but you're not going to feel shitty, right? So ditching the judgment is key for you building a business, and recognizing that testing and retesting process is the name of a game. So number 3, ditch the judgment, because God, you don't want to feel shitty. And that's what judgment does to you, right? Judgment wastes your time and it makes you feel crappy. So you get to your destination slower and you get there feeling shittier. So let's ditch the judgment. All right. So let's just recap really quickly here. So the 3 things you're going to do, that you have to do, that you must do if you're going to get yourself from pre-revenue to that first 100K are: number 1, focus on those business foundations. You got to give a shit about them, right? Those are those who, what, why, who your audience, why are you serving them? Why do they need to be served? All that kind of stuff. Number 2, do those profit producing activities first. So I know you love create content, Marianne, but wait and do that after you get in the DM and talk to your people. Okay. And number 3, ditch the judgment. Because why? Judgment is a business killer. It's a testing and retesting process. So trial and error, get out there and do it, but ditch the judgment. All right. Those are the 3 things that are going to help move you from pre-revenue to 100K. If you need any help with any of these things, reach out. Let's talk about it. All right. See ya.